Hey everyone, welcome to Millennium Computer's online 5-minute tutorial series. Today's course is going to take a look at the question, how do I add or modify page notes? Now, if the first question you ask is what are page notes, we have to take it back a couple steps. So page notes are available on any baseline report, and typically by default, we don't include any formatting or predefined text in the page notes fields. This is an underutilized feature, I think, at just about every institution. What the page notes are intended for is for you as admins within each respective FAST application to be able to give your end users some sort of useful information about the report they're about to run. So an example might be some useful tips or tricks on how to run the report, or maybe give them some tools as to what filter options might be best to make best use of this report. The functionality is the same across all applications. I'm just looking right now at a filter options page within the student reporting application. Notice at the bottom of the page here, we have a section that says page notes. And again, it's going to probably be blank when you first roll these reports out, but I don't necessarily recommend leaving them that way unless it's a super basic report that everyone is going to be able to make sense of. The other key thing here, you guys, is that if you're building custom reports using the report builder, I really strongly recommend using the page notes field for those as well. You want to give your staff some indication of what the heck you built this report for and what they're expected to do with it. So notice I have in my page notes field, which is blank right now, I have an edit pencil. The edit pencil only shows up for me because I am an application level administrator. It wouldn't show up otherwise. So not everyone is going to see this edit button. I'm going to click on this edit pencil and it opens this cool little toolbar that gives me the ability to add some text. So let's do that now. Okay, so let's add some text here. And then the cool thing too is we can now format this to our heart's content. We can make this bold. We can maybe make this gigantic and maybe change the color to really make that pop, make it sort of a bright red color. And maybe let's make this one bold. Maybe we want to change the font on this guy and maybe make it a little bigger. Do some underlining. Okay, so you guys get the idea. You can do pretty much whatever you want here to this text. Let's make this piece orange. Now we've got this interesting little formatted piece of descriptive text, and I have a feeling yours will be a little bit more useful than this one, but you get the idea. Now, the neat thing about using the design view is it just works like a Microsoft Word document pretty much, right? So you can just click on different buttons to add formatting to your text. Well, actually, we forgot to use this one. So we could also put a background color in here if we wanted to, something bright in the background, okay? So this can be really handy. It's going to really make the text jump off the page, and that's exactly what you're trying to do. Now, if you are super bright and you understand how to work in HTML, you can click the HTML button. And this is, of course, Greek to a lot of people, but if this is what you're used to working in, you can code using HTML rather than plain text. And if you click on your preview button, it's just going to show you what that's going to look like if you choose to save it. So let's actually save this now, just clicking the save button. So here's our very helpful instructions to our staff. And one of the things I think a lot of people don't realize as well is that once your end users have seen this, so they come into student reporting, they choose this report, they notice all these very helpful tips and tricks you've given them at the bottom of the page, they're not stuck looking at this forever. If they've seen what they need to see and now they just want to focus on the filter controls, they can click page notes and it's going to hide them off the page. It just truncates that up and hides it out of view. So you can hide it or unhide it really simply as an end user. So you're not stuck looking at it if you really are kind of over it. I want to stress again, page notes can be added or modified on any single report within any FAST application. And I really do suggest using these, especially also on your custom reports. I hope this has been helpful, and we will see you again next time. Thanks for joining us for today's video. I hope it was helpful. And please be sure to stay tuned for new video content as it's released. And as always, please email me your suggestions for new video content at training@mcsl.com.